Hello and welcome to another video. I'm back today with another charity shop haul. It's not as big as the one from last week, but it's fairly substantial. Had a decent day. So we're going to start with something that I didn't get from charity shop. I actually got this from the works. This is 4 DC puzzles in one box for £8. You've got a Joker one, you've got a Batman one, you have a Birds of Prey one, and you have a mixture of side characters. You've got, well, I say side characters, someone's going to get really pissed off at me for that. You've got one with like Nightwing and Harley Quinn, Batgirl, stuff like that. Just generic back. Now I hoped that these would be in kind of like their own separate bags, like 4 separate bags, but they're not. They are all in the one, so you kind of have to do all 4 at once, really, unless you can find some way to like separate out all the pieces first. So yeah, it's probably going to be quite difficult, but yeah, I'm sure it won't be that bad. But yeah, that is pretty cool, and like I said, quite a good price for 4 jigsaw puzzles. And I like DC stuff. You know, I'm into Batman stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I wish it actually gave the names of the artists on these. I know that is, well, I'm pretty certain that's by Chris Burnham, from Grant Morrison's Batman run. I believe it's from Batman Incorporated. I might not be correct on that, but I'm pretty sure that's Chris Burnham. I'm not sure of the authors on the other ones, unfortunately. But yeah, nice find. I just thought I'd show that off because I got this like today. So I've got 6 books here, and they were all from the same shop. So they're all from Oxfam. Oxfam tends to be a little bit more expensive, so these were like between £2.99 and £3.99 each. But I found some decent things. So we will start with The Midwich Cuckoos by John Wyndham. Now this is more of a sci-fi book, but it is one that I believe kind of like veers into kind of like horror territory in places. So yeah, interesting find that. I don't usually pick up sci-fi, but yeah, that's pretty cool, and I like the cover as well. Just some glass-eyed children there. I believe it's something similar to kind of like Stepford Wives, that kind of thing. But I've not read it, so I'm not entirely sure. But yeah. Nice find. Next up we have The Travelling Bag and Other Ghostly Stories by Susan Hill. Nice hardback. I have a few Susan Hill books in these hardback editions, with the nice vintage style, like gilded edges and stuff like that. So let's have a look what this actually has in it. So there's 4 stories: Travelling Bag, Boy 21, Alice Baker, and The Front Room. Cool, so nice little addition to my Susan Hill collection there. Next up we have The Turn of the Screw and the Aspern Papers and 7 Other Stories by Henry James. Now I'm not sure if these are all kind of like horror, but The Turn of the Screw, if you've seen The Haunting of Bly Manor on Netflix, that is loosely based on The Turn of the Screw. And this one has, let's have a look if I can find a contents page somewhere. Quite a lot in it, actually. Like I said, not entirely sure how much of this is actually horror, but the Turn of the Screw is definitely a ghost story, and it's something that I do actually have in a few anthologies as well. But nice to have a nice vintage hardback edition, and this is actually quite old. Let's have a look. It's got someone's written in pen there, 1971. So it's at least that old. I believe it's earlier. Yeah, 1961. This edition. So yeah, pretty nice find. Next up, we have a book that I didn't even know existed. So you have Dean Koontz, In Odd We Trust. This is not a novel. This is manga. I had no idea that there was like a manga of Odd Thomas, but apparently there is. So yeah, interesting fact. Oh, there is some text in here as well. Also, that's just a sample chapter from Odd Thomas at the end there, but the rest of it, manga. Really interesting find. Like I said, I had no idea this existed at all. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Next up, we have something with an awesome cover. Bitter Chills Holiday Edition. So this is an expanded version of an anthology that came out from Blood Rights Horror, it says, with illustrations. So we have, oh, there is a bookmark in there as well. I did not even know. That's pretty cool. Nothing on the back, but the front has the cover image. That's pretty cool, and this is like brand new, like pretty much. It doesn't look like it's even been read, but you've got like illustrations throughout for each of the stories, stuff like that. I'm assuming it's just one at the start of each story. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, various illustrations throughout. And as this is an anthology, I will pop to the contents page. So you have on the stories, and there is bonus material. Don't know what that bonus material or I'm assuming that bonus material is just like expanded stuff, so it just wasn't in the original version. Yeah, so that's pretty nice. Pretty nice, like I said, really nice cover. I'll keep the bookmark inside of there. And the last one is the real star of the show, because I was actually, after this book, I recently read one of the Best New Horror anthologies. I believe it was number 3. Yeah, Best New Horror number 3, which contained Red Rain by Kim Newman, and that is a short story that eventually evolved into his Anno Dracula series. And I've got a few Anno Dracula books, but now I have the first one, because reading that short story, I was really pulled into this world and immediately wanted to kind of like get like a lot more from that series. This is definitely something I'll be getting to sooner rather than later. It is really good stuff. Like I said, the short story I absolutely loved, and this is kind of like expanded. He span off a whole series from that short story, and yeah, really looking forward to that one. It's basically kind of like if it takes a narrative that at the end of Dracula, if they weren't able to stop the Count at the end of that book, because they chase him out of London and chase him through Romania and eventually kill him. But, well, spoilers for a 150-year-old story. If they didn't kill him at the end of that, and Count Dracula actually got like a hold of the UK, and vampires started becoming like quite a lot more commonplace and stuff like that, then that is what I Know Dracula is. And I very much recommend the short story Red Rain. And yeah, I'm definitely going to get stuck into this sooner rather than later. Really good find. That is my favorite thing that I picked up today. Absolutely. So that is everything that I picked up today. Like I said, a little bit smaller than the one last week, but you know, still really good haul. Really happy with all of that. So yeah, hopefully I'll be back with another one next week if I pick up some stuff next week. If you don't see a video, you'll know that I didn't, or only picked up 1-2 things. But that's it for now. So if you enjoyed this video, please click like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.